Humans of the cardboard, welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. Today we're looking at an interesting little drop of news that we got tonight from the OCG. They are announcing a new pack, a new side set, I guess, for them called the Tactical Tri Pack. This is really interesting because I don't know fully what's going on here, but we'll go over some of the details and then we'll reconvene and talk about that afterwards. So anyway, they write here. There is no hint of what the three themes might be. Sometimes when they release stuff like this, they'll be like, one theme is like this, with especially with deck build packs and stuff. They'll be like, this one is a Exceed based archetype. This one plays with light fiends or whatever it is. Nothing here. There's no hints on anything. Anyway, easily enjoy building competitive level decks with themes with different tactics. The release of the new concept pack, Tactical Tri Pack, has been confirmed. The Tactical Tri Pack has a release date of June 28th. Obviously coming from Konami, and then you got your price and 15 packs for box, one pack of 5 cards. Yep. There you go. A new concept pack called Tactical Tri Pack has been announced that will let you build decks out of the pack for themes of varying strategies. This pack contains cards for 3 themes, as well as cards that have fantastic synergy with those themes, letting you build different types of decks with this pack alone. And not only are there brand new cards to unleash brand new strategies, but there are also highly versatile existing cards as well. That's it. That's all we really get here. The way this is worded is very interesting to me because the way this is worded is not necessarily saying there's 3 archetypes in this set and all 3 of those archetypes are getting actual support. It's actually not worded that way. The way it's more so worded to me, at least, and maybe it's a weird translation thing, and maybe I'm kind of off base here. The way this is worded actually makes it seem like they're going to give us 3 archetypes. They're going to basically give us the full core printed in here in the OCG for you to kind of have everything you need for those archetypes. And then they're going to make some new cards that kind of allow those archetypes to either tie together. Maybe there's new engines that work with those decks that they choose, or something along those lines here, right? Because the way it's worded here, saying brand new cards to unleash brand new strategies, but that's a weird line to me. This doesn't necessarily say specifically these archetypes are getting straight up support. So, for example, if they chose Burning Abyss, I don't even know if they'd give them straight up Burning Abyss support, or if there'd just be other kind of cards that could work in each archetype, right? So I don't know. It's just worded so vaguely that it's not even saying those archetypes specifically are getting support. Maybe I'm just a little bit hung up on that, and that's not what I should be focused on. But it's something I'm thinking about here. And then the versatile existing cards as well seems pretty nice. That seems like for at least the OCG, they may have some reprints for some really nice generic cards that just will work in most decks. So maybe some cards that have been more expensive will be nice reprints for them there. Other than that, I have nothing else to kind of focus on. I guess we can talk a little bit about, this is the Tactical Tri Pack, which is very interesting because we've been getting Tactical Tri decks, these starter decks / structure decks that we've gotten this year and the year prior. Last year we got one for Cyber Dragons, Eldritch, and Live Twins, all of which got actual support later in a core set, because their structure decks didn't have any actual new support in them, and so they get support later on. But kind of interesting here because this year we only got Exosister and what was the other one? Exosister and Rescue Ace, I believe, confirmed for this year's Tactical Tri deck. So those I would expect to be on the same kind of situation as the ones from last year. They'll get their Tactical Tri decks. People will have the cores, and then a couple core sets down the road, they will get actual named support, and those decks will just get a little bit better, hopefully significantly better, because they both need it. And that kind of leads us into this, where it's like, this is named so similarly, but it's not. I wouldn't expect it to be the actual same. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. We'll have to just see what happens here as we get closer. Maybe they'll announce what the decks actually are, and then as we get even closer than that, they'll actually start revealing what some of the new cards are, and we'll get confirmation on whether the cards are actually new cards for those archetypes, or kind of more generic engines or cards that can work with archetypes that kind of happen to fit with them. We'll see. And I guess the last thing I would kind of focus on is this release date is very interesting to me as well. I want to say, and I can't remember for sure, and I should have looked it up prior to this, but I'll look it up after. I want to say that the Duelist pack last year came out in June, and I want to say the back half of June as well. That's very interesting to me because if that's the case, if that is in fact the case, this could be the set that is replacing the Duelist packs. Because it says here the new concept pack, right? That may mean that they're done with Duelist packs for now or going forward at least, and this may be the style of pack that's going to replace it. I kind of like that because Duelist packs being so tied down to anime specific decks kind of left a lot of decks out of the mix of ever having a chance to get support in those sets. So now going forward, they can totally still do. We saw last year, Tactical Trideck, Cyber Dragons, very big, anime deck. They can still totally pick an anime deck or two here, but also still get around to some of the other archetypes that players still love and go from there. So I like the idea. It also maybe makes me think if the whole set here is only going to have 3 archetypes and cards of support. If you look at the duels packs, they were getting 7 cards per archetype. 21 new cards total. That's a ton. Based on the tactical trideck stuff that we've gotten, at least last year, they only got like 2 cards a piece of like actual new support. And so I wonder if these will kind of stick closer to that and do only like 2 or 3 cards per archetype, or if they'll do it like duels pack. And if they're trying to just like this to be like kind of a default, duels pack, except not really based around the anime specifically, maybe they all could get 7 cards, or at least hopefully something to make it feel impactful enough. Otherwise, the set has no way to like sell, right? So you would think that they're going to be effective in what they're giving support to. But they've done a good job recently. I thought the stuff from their Christmas set with like Orchist, Dragon Maid, and Punk stuff, really good support. You know what I mean? So if they're on that same wavelength and it can at least give us support of that quality for these archetypes, whatever they pick, we could find ourselves in a really cool position just getting more decks brought back up to the level of competitive play. Now we just need to wait and see what the archetypes are. So I've rambled long enough. Kind of ran probably way too long on this one for what this news is, but I kind of want to get some of my thoughts out on it. As soon as I saw it, I thought it was really interesting because I had kind of been waiting to see if Konami would announce a new Duelist pack, and I'm thinking this might be the set that replaces it. So let me know your guys' thoughts on this down below in terms of what archetypes you want to see, how you think this is worded, and what you're expecting from it. I'm curious on everything you guys are thinking just on this initial reveal here. So throw that down in the comments section. I'll be down there. I'll see you guys in the next video, though. Other than that, stay tuned to the channel. Subscribe for more. I'll bring you guys anything Yu-Gi-Oh! News-wise as we go forward. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.